Is that the video? Yeah.
All right, so we are back
Called
on
it.
the Weight Concept presented by The Ring Magazine.
SNEAKO leaked a fight for clout and it backfired.
And today,
Called it.
SNEAKO and Misfits got beef, and I'm not even sure why. If you guys missed this, SNEAKO has been offered a lot of money to fight Andrew Tate.
Okay, first off, wait, I don't need the money. I don't need the money. The fight doesn't make sense on paper. Maybe I could still do it. I can leak what I want. I'm not owned by this organization. They disrespected me many times in the past. They tried to bait me by slandering me to fight. Tried to ruin my reputation. And Andrew Tate is the new CEO, and he's been also trying to ruin my life and reputation. So why do I owe them loyalty?
In a fight that I think makes almost no sense for SNEAKO, I'll be honest.
Okay, there you go. So you just said it right here. So yeah, to do what the fuck I want.
A fight that makes a lot of sense and a lot of dollars for everybody involved, so I understand why Misfits wants to do it, but things are spiraling out of control because SNEAKO leaked that same fight offer to the world. Now, this is something you don't do in any sort of professional setting, and I'll explain why, but it also tells me a lot about what SNEAKO wanted out of this and what Misfits wanted out of this and what Andrew Tate wanted out of this. So
And that was the whole point, wasn't it? If the fight doesn't make sense and they already disrespect me and they're trying to ruin my reputation, and now all the Misfits fighters are getting butthurt, and now they want to demand more pay, and now Chase Moore is calling in and he's exposing that he only got paid $250,000. Wasn't the objective accomplished? Didn't I get the job done? Oh, why do you think that why would I have loyalty if that's his company now and you see he's trying to ruin my life? Why would I must be an idiot to not see how this could benefit me.
Get into it. But before we do, guys, sometimes...
And also based off negotiation tactics, it's like now my price has gone up. The offers I was getting in the fight before were way smaller than $1 million with a $2 million rematch clause. Now that that's publicized, do you think anybody is going to offer me less than that? First off, beforehand, people offered me like $50K to fight. Now they're offering me $1 to $2 million. I put that out there. Price went up. Everybody knows it. This is negotiation tactics. I have showed what people are offering me. I've proven it. My stock went up because of that. Everyone getting upset about this, like, I don't know how they don't understand the strategy behind it, but this was easily really good for me in such a
little bit short of
poster child for narcissism. It's not narcissism. This is get back. This is my reputation.
What you need on a daily, monthly, weekly.
Nobody offering you shit after that? I guarantee you not. I bet you not. I bet you that more offers are going to come in. And everybody knows what my price is to fight. Also, all the Misfits fighters upset should thank me. You're welcome. You're welcome. Who the fuck are those guys? I don't know. But because of what I posted out there, all of you are going to start to demand more. You guys are making pennies, bro. 40, 50K. They're all mad because they haven't even gotten close to what I was offered. And now they're going to demand more. Now they know my price. It's like, you're going to make it a comparison. You can now have negotiation power because of me. You're welcome.
Basis to make ends meet, and you need cash now for unexpected expenses. And if you don't have that on hand, there's one place I know you can go. It's a sponsor of today's video. Andrew Tate. He leaked it on Twitter, no less, with the caption, "You're broke." Now,
You're broke! You're fucking poor!
This was a text thread, not necessarily a contract written and signed and all the, dotting the I's and crossing the T's. That's not what happened. This is a text from Mams Taylor, and the J in there, I assume, I don't want to, get something wrong here, but I assume that's another name at Misfits, Jake, who works on a lot of contracts for them. Mam says, private and confidential deal terms. And I assume this is...
It's not true. It's a different person.
SNEAKO saying, yes, I'm interested. Please send some of the details. So SNEAKO entertained this idea of fighting Andrew Tate to see what the details would be. Now, again, I don't think SNEAKO should fight Andrew Tate. I think Andrew Tate would hurt SNEAKO pretty bad. And it's not because SNEAKO is weak or whatever. It's because SNEAKO hasn't had a fight. And I've talked to SNEAKO about this. I think he should get in there with someone of the same experience level he is. And Andrew Tate is just far more experienced. It's not even close, so he shouldn't fight SNEAKO. Also, SNEAKO, answer your damn phone, son. 1,100 missed texts? That's crazy.
Hey, wait, I'll be putting in work, man. I don't have time to talk to everybody.
But anyway, he was entertaining the idea, and Misfits and Mams Again, I would never show this, but it's already out in the public. SNEAKO broke the golden rule, the cardinal sin of, fight negotiations, and really contract negotiations. Then again, SNEAKO is pretty transparent with his audience. He really shows them everything, the money he makes on.
I can't lie, nigga. It's all there. That's why they're sending women and they're trying to infiltrate through honeypot operations, because it's like, you got no dirt. I'm the most transparent guy. I put it all out there.
Kick and all this other stuff, and he doesn't really hide anything from the public, so I can respect that. But this is just something in my opinion, you don't do, because it burns bridges. If you ever wanted to fight on Misfits,
you know what? I think Misfits burned the bridge with me beforehand. Maybe you don't know the context, but yeah, Mams Taylor was tweeting, calling me a cuck a couple years back. That whole organization where, they were all trying to bait me to get in, slandering me, insulting me. They were for years. You remember that during the Moist Critical beef? Thank you for the sub, Sharky. Appreciate it. Yeah, so, and also, Tate's the new CEO? What the fuck has he been doing on that Jewish apology tour trying to make me Hitler? The fuck out of here, nah.
Ever wanted to do business with Mams Taylor or anybody over there, you kind of just burn that bridge. And SNEAKO might be okay.
So, nigga, I'll burn it all down in Minecraft. I'm not saying, actually violent. Don't clip that and make it. But it's just me and his bitch, bro. It's just, you think I care? You think I am not going to tap dance for money. I refuse to tap dance for a corporation. I work for myself. Self-made. Did it all myself. Everything that I've ever earned was all me. Nobody giving me a handout. I never got a handout in my fucking life. It was all the work that I've done. And it's going to continue to be that way for my whole life, inshallah.
Okay with that, because it feels like he's burned a lot of bridges with the song and the whole thing with him and Andrew Tate falling out and the whole reason for this potential fight. And again, I respect him standing on business when it comes to his word, but you got to do it better than this. You got to do it better. But he did it to show everybody that he is, quote unquote, top G. We'll get into that in a second. So it says, private and confidential deal terms. Immediately disrespected Mams Taylor that way. And I felt like Mams has done right by a lot of people, especially, me included, especially recently in the last couple of years. So this was low, man. SNEAKO shouldn't have done this. Mams deserves better than that. But we'll get into SNEAKO's response in a second. The location, the United States or UAE, 5 3-minute rounds. To be fair, it's a pretty sweet offer. Again, I don't think it would go 5 rounds. I think Tate would have probably knocked him out. But we're talking about 2 guys that are in completely different weight classes and experience, everything else. The date would be in Q3. So this would be, anywhere from, I assume, August to October, maybe? Any of those 3 dates, or any of those 3 months, I should say. The weight TBD, we should discuss and come up with a fair solution. Fee, $1 million plus back end. Oh my Lord. That is more back end than the Chloe concept. You understand? That's a lot of money, okay? $1 million. SNEAKO would have to ask himself.
But what you guys seem to understand is that not only do I make this money myself, but I don't do this for money. If I was in this for money, then I would gamble like bottom goy. Do you think that that's why I do this? Do you think that that's what motivates me at all? A fucking dork retard who wanted to fight me, I said I would do that for free, and wallahi, I still would. Anytime. These dorks put a threat out on my life. Said almost word for word. Allegedly. Fuck you, bro. SNEAKO, I'm not going to say on stream, but something should happen to you and you should feel the pain. It's been weeks. I'm still out here. Dolo, no security in Miami. What the fuck has happened? Nothing. These niggas is pussy. Do something. Do something. I don't do this for money. What? Put a threat on my life. Where do they live? Like across the street right here in Brickell? What's up? I'm here. Do something. Still done nothing. They just shut up. You're going to try to kill me?
Put into his mind, am I willing to get my ass kicked for $1 million? Because again, I don't mean this in any other way. I want to see SNEAKO fight if he actually wants to do it, but I think he should fight someone who doesn't have a fight, because that's only fair. This would not be fair at all. This would be SNEAKO signing up for Andrew Tate to pummel him. And with what SNEAKO's doing outside of boxing, which is he's not even in boxing, all the content and everything else, he doesn't need to fight. So it's more of a question of, do you want your reputation spoiled and Andrew Tate to have anything over you? Because right now, SNEAKO, in terms of like the internet seeing someone one way or the other, SNEAKO kind of has a leg up on Andrew Tate in terms of how he's looked at for his word, his integrity, the things he stands on business for, whatever.
Stole that shit.
But for $1 million, that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. But also, promo announcement.
Oy vey, you should learn. It's not about that.
And presser launch, as well as fight week obligations such as presser, open workout, weigh-in, etc., travel and accommodation, 2 business class and 3 economy, plus 4 rooms and 1 luxury suite at the hotel. Now, again, this is cool to see, like, because I haven't been in, you know, high-level fight whatever, for Misfits, other than my own fight, which was pretty much, we didn't even have, like, I had the contract, we knew the
You could hear in his voice that you did not even make close to that 1 mil, nigga.
Stole that shit.
I'm gonna lie, but yo, Wade, you're probably gonna negotiate better now that you saw those numbers, huh? Be honest. Does that change your own valuation in your head? I think it does. I think you're gonna ask for more now.
number, let's get it, right? There wasn't a ton of stuff that needed to happen from there. But it's cool to see, like, because this would be considered a top-tier fight on Misfits right now, just because the internet is buzzing around Andrew Tate. SNEAKO's got a lot of clout, no doubt about it. If
Stole that shit.
Top G's not bought and sold. Top G is not bought and sold. Remember that.
SNEAKO's any more experienced and actually had fights, and you could, in your mind, conceptualize it being competitive, this would be one you'd want to watch, no doubt. And the weight class thing. But you see, Misfits and Mams, he was putting the full court press on this offer. There was nothing really left behind. A rematch clause would be $2 million and back end. He says, you keep all your sponsorship revenue, and we can help you with that if needed. I estimate $250 to $500K.
You know, it's also funny too. Like Wade's like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. Why would you leak the text? Nigga farmed the whole fucking video off of it. Detailing every single word, analyzing it. At the same time, it's like, oh no, why'd he do this? Hey, you got some AdSense from it. It gave you content too. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You made a whole.
If on Rumble, we'll get your account reinstated. So
because you leaked it. All right, well, I gave him content regardless. I posted a text and he's like, oh, this is bad, but still, sponsored video with AdSense.
all in all, SNEAKO could potentially, without even the back end number counted, whatever that would be on Rumble, earn himself up to $1.5 million.
You know what else is going to happen in the future? He's going to use this as a reference point when other contract negotiations and potential fights come up. They will use this message as a reference point and compare it to, okay, this fight was supposed to be 1 million, 2 million rematch clause. Now they have information.
Andrew Tate. Now, number one, this tells me Andrew Tate wants to fight again. It also tells me that Andrew Tate needs a tune-up, right? Because SNEAKO is not Chase Demore in any way. He's not
What the fuck, bro? No, Chase Demore said the same thing.
220 pounds. He's not 6'5". He isn't any experience at all. And I don't know if they want Tate running right back into that freight train he ran into in Chase Demore. That's a tough matchup. It just is. Tate's usually the taller, longer, stronger guy, and he was not that in any part of the fight. He had to be better technically, and he gassed out. Against SNEAKO, he would already be better technically. He would outweigh him by, I mean, could Tate even cut down to 180 pounds? Could that even be possible? And could SNEAKO even get up there? Someone told me SNEAKO's like 160. I don't know about any of that. But anyway,
I am, bro. The information is out there. If you're going to dissect, I've weighed myself on stream. With clothes on, with clothes on, I was 163 last week. I'm probably 165 right now with clothes. But yeah, when you cut down for a fight, I'm probably getting to 150. You know, Chase Moore thinks 145.
Don't let globalist elites get to you. Walk in, fellow human nigger. F hose in clout chaser.
Real talk.
$5 million on the table, and the fact that SNEAKO has leaked this, hold on, there's more. We would need to work out a fair solution on weight. Let me know if everything looks fair and acceptable. We'll start working on date, venue, contracts, etc. I never got banned on Rumble. My contract just ended.
The new iOS update, they used to not be able to see this half, but I think they changed it so now you can't. You know how you could like scroll an iMessage so you could block out something before you screenshot, and that's all going to be included.
That's all he said back to it. So SNEAKO posting this tells me that SNEAKO does not want to fight Andrew Tate, which is, to be fair to him, the right decision. He should not be fighting Andrew Tate. Now, a lot of money, which you could read as, you know.
So follow your own logic, Wade. If I shouldn't take this fight and these people are trying to destroy my life and have lied on me, why would I show loyalty and keep this? What loyalty do I owe? Right? Like, what strategic benefit do I, look at it from my perspective. Would you not do the same?
No. Misfits desperately wanting to put a big fight on, and maybe they have another one planned for Andrew Tate, but they definitely want to get Andrew Tate involved again in 2026. So the big three right there, at least before we even watch the SNEAKO video, is Misfits knows that Andrew Tate.
Marketing said, eat food holy. How much do you guys weigh? What's your weight, nigga? How much do you guys weigh? Is MJ what? Yo, MJ. What the fuck is MJ doing? Maybe he's just like playing around. Okay, let's see what your weight at. 160. You're def not 160, dude. Someone pull up the clip where I last weighed myself. 260. Okay, there's some fat niggas in the chat. Any fatties in here? I feel like Love Speech is skinny. Love Speech feels like a skinny com. Let me, I'll pull up I have the receipts. Anybody doubting what my weight is? Let's pull it up. I remember it was in my YouTube video right here. From people, and KSI was farming it. Oh no, it was back in New York. I have a scale in New York, not in Miami. Hold on, what's the video? New York. Where the fuck is it? Where is it? Anyone have the clip? Damn it. Oh, here it is.
You know?
Here it is. Goes on. It said 163. Can you see? I'll do it again. With headphones, with clothes on. 163. Told you. Headphones and clothes on. So without these, I'm 160. This is probably 3 pounds. A jacket, the hoodie, the pants, the headphones.
Tate and SNEAKO is a big fight. And now SNEAKO, I mean, again, he probably has got to burn the bridge with Misfits, but had he not leaked this, he would know that he had.
And again, I've always said that my priority, I want to fight on Aiden's card. I want to fight on brand risk. I want to go, I was about to say I want to go where I'm respected, but you guys saw what happened last time. Security guard pulled me over. What'd he say? I think you know why you can't come in. Warner, thank you for the 10 subs. Go Warner! Hey, look what I got on. Look what I got on. Yeah, I'm working with Warner's merch company to drop Nico Love, my merch line too. Shout out to Warner for that plug. Warner, what's going on? Type in the chat, Warner. You just come here, give subs or farm. You don't even type. Type some. Warner, type something. How are you, man? W. Warner, my guy.
Has some leverage and some cachet that if he ever did want a box, he has, I know Brand Risk is doing their thing, but he has an ability to go to Misfits and know
So if I want to do this fight, Warner, it's no longer feed Warner, it's feed SNEAKO.
what number he could potentially ask for, right?
Feed
Again,
the
I talked about
SNEAKO.
the Misfits side. They want to make a fight in the third quarter of this year, a big fight, presumably
are.
including Andrew Tate.
W.
The
Warner.
third thing, again, I kind of talked about this. Andrew Tate wants to come back. I didn't know if I'd anticipate that. Again, this is a tune-up. It would be for Andrew Tate, but it does start to, because he was acting like, oh, you know, maybe I'm too old. I don't know if I can still do this. But for SNEAKO, he would do it 100%. He wants to punch SNEAKO in the face for all the shit that's been talked, all the bullshit back and forth between them two. He wants to, right? And then, you know, obviously the major tell here is that SNEAKO didn't want to fight him, which is fine. Again, SNEAKO shouldn't jump in there with Andrew Tate right away. And he also had this tweet, which I thought was kind of interesting. And Aiden Ross is the Dana White of Gen Z Limitless Potential.
Maybe it's because I prefer brand risk to Misfits.
And that was sent at, you know, almost 1 o'clock, and then 7 minutes later, he leaks this. So maybe this is SNEAKO announcing, yeah, fuck Misfits, I'm going to brand risk, which again, did you have to do it that way?
Yup.
Seemed like Mams was pretty respectful to you.
Nope. Did apologize, but only because Tate's begging to fight me, I think. I mean, look, I did appreciate that, but nope. Mams has traditionally not been. That was years ago. Maybe a lot of people don't remember, but yo, LeBron better. What happened now? Yeah, we just saw this. I know. Yeah. What is MJ doing here? Why is he grabbing this white kid's ass?
A dick move. I don't know. That's the way I mean, again, I like SNEAKO, but that's insane to me. Let's take a look at what SNEAKO had to say about it.
Here are the current conditions, and people got upset because at the top it says private and confidential deal terms. I hope you know that just because somebody texts you private and confidential doesn't mean that it's private and confidential. I didn't sign anything. I'm not a part of this organization. I'm not making money from them. Mams Taylor was respectful in the recent conversations, but in the past, Mams Taylor was extremely disrespectful to me. I don't know if you forgot. The whole organization was extremely disrespectful, trying to bait me in to try to get me to fight different pawns and different people, and KSI was farming it. They were
Same guy,
very
Plem owed you.
slanderous. What the fuck? All right? And now they want me to fight. Now they need me to save the organization because, you know, Chase Moore did kind of change the trajectory of this entire company after that fight happened. And so it's like, you know, well, you're going to make these conditions and deals about this. It's like, what do I really owe you? And also you're broke. What they're saying Top Goy now, it's like he still hasn't apologized
He's laughing at
for
Top
lying
Goy.
on my name. SNEAKO did it. Still hasn't corrected the record. You know, did that whole Jewish apology tour on all these podcasts and then moved on like nothing happened. And then he went on to say that Epstein was a success and then deleted the tweet. You know, so damn, my stream is so fire. Like this is like, I don't really owe these people anything. You're saying, oh, this is private and confidential. What do I owe these people? You guys are so lucky to watch this. This is like the best content ever, right?
I just think that's again, whatever he's got against Tate, that's fine. That's between those two, and you know, they're trying to battle for top G internet, I don't know, masculine man, whatever.
Stole that shit.
But I don't know what he's talking about with like in the past, if Misfits and Mams and KSI. I remember KSI used to like go back and forth with him. They didn't like each other. Maybe that's what he's talking about. But it's not so much about this being legally not something that SNEAKO
Morally.
should, right? Like, no one, I don't think anybody is in the comments being like, oh, they're going to sue you. He's right. At the top of a text message, there is no legal binding when someone says confidential and private, don't share. But it's just the principle of it, right? I think SNEAKO's a pretty principled guy. This is a crazy screenshot I got. Sorry. I think he's a pretty principled guy.
Really, dude?
And I think he would want others to do to him as he does to others. Now, if his whole approach to this is they can get, what do I owe them? They didn't do anything nice for me, whatever. Then all right, that kind of stuff comes back around, man. Whatever you put out in the world, the way you treat people, it tends to come back and you get treated the same by others. So I'm not wishing that on SNEAKO. I just think he needs to understand that there are other people that are affected by that, what he just did. That isn't just him. And he may not give a fuck, and that's fine. But just know that, when you burn some of these bridges, which seems like he's perfectly fine with, it may end up being a bad idea in the future.
Quarter 3, wait to be determined. We should discuss and come up with a fair solution. So right now I weigh 160. But yeah, it's the principle of it. If these people are going to try to come after me, it's look what happened. Look at the situation. 100% justified, and I don't owe them loyalty. And if they try to come after me for something that I'm justified in, it is what it is. I'll probably fight I could fight a featherweight or lightweight if it's by UFC MMA. Obviously it's boxing, but I weigh like 160, probably 160.
God, and bro, he would fight down.
Yeah, you're saying,
the fight isn't real.
Someone said burning bridges with snakes and backstabbers. Yeah, like, are you kidding me? These are not people, especially like Bottom Goy, not someone that I want to be associated with, not somebody that I'm interested in doing business with. Okay, a fight is like a separate thing. Maybe it could be on brand risk or whatever, but this is not somebody that are you, after all the shit, fuck out of here. Oh, you're burning the bridge with somebody rich? Suck my dick.
It would never happen because Tate walks around at like 200 pounds or maybe a little more, like 210. SNEAKO, after he started training, would probably lose even more weight and get to like 150 or like 155. This fight would never happen.
Maybe there's going to be a counter offer. Brand risk.
Oh, okay. So he wants to use it to leverage an offer for Aiden Ross. He wants to use it to leverage Aiden Ross and the.
Whoa, you pieced the puzzle together. Well done.
Kick guys to offer him more money. I think that it's pretty well known what brand risk is bringing out, and I don't think they're bringing out that kind of money. Maybe they would for SNEAKO and Andrew Tate, but then again, if you weren't going to do it for $1 million, how many is it going to be? 2 million? 3? Like, what was it going to be? What's the realistic offer going to be that you would? Because the weight risk is ridiculous. The experience risk is nonsensical. None of it makes any sense for SNEAKO outside of the money.
1 mil's too low. Tate will make 20 to 30 mil. Yeah, we'll see.
20 to 30 mil. I don't know anybody at Misfits is paying Tate or anybody else $20 to $30 million. I could be.
I'll be honest with you. Bottom Goy is presenting himself like as if he is the CEO of Misfits. I don't think so at all. I think he's just another fighter, but the ego thing, I think it was part of the contract to present himself like that. I think Mam Sailor probably still is the CEO, and that was just.
Clav and Drago just scammed a reporter funded by Peter Thiel. Check Drago kick LOL.
Just send me the link.
Wrong, but that's
pretty cool.
These kids have no idea, no
Fuck Peter Thiel.
context for the money being made and these kind of crossover cards, because it ain't that. No one is making. I mean, KSI with Jake Paul may make that. KSI with Conor McGregor may make that, but no. Andrew Tate for the Jason Moore.